You gotta dig into gardening. I'd like to thank the Academy. This compost has been brewing for about a year. I think it's about time that we do a bit of pull it out, throw it back in, get some oxygen in there because it's starting to cool down a bit. I can see now that it's actually on steady, and ideally I want to have it on hot. And hot is around at least 50 degrees Celsius. So let's pull this out, give it a bit of oxygen, throw it back in, and then hopefully we'll have some nice finished compost ready to go now and some more in a few short months. Broccolini. Yo, yes. There's nothing like a few tasty homegrown carrots. That's why we've set up this new large pot with some sand that I got from the front garden. It is full of oxalis roots and things, but you know, at least it's free soil. I'll pull it out where necessary. Carrots. We've got some carrot heirloom mix, some carrot St. Valerie, and some carrot Western Red. I've got 2 buckets here, and we'll start getting these seeds in so we can get some tasty carrots. This is the zucchini Black Beauty. It's a really nice big green zucchini. I've got some nice compost down, planting them out, so hopefully they'll be growing really nicely. Well, I'm happy to say that we're finally adding some homemade compost to the raised bed. No trip to Bunnings has fueled this particular compost installation. It's certainly been a while, but the compost bays are up and running, and I hope to see a lot more compost coming on these beds. There are some big chunks of compost that probably could have gone through again. I think it's mostly the coffee. We had so much coffee that went into our compost this year. It's still getting broken down by the compost worms.
Radio. Radio.
She's steaming, absolutely steaming. All right, I've pushed the temperature gauge all the way down to the center of the pile. Looks like we're still over 50 degrees. which is a good sign. That means that the weed seeds are being killed by that high temperature. This compost bay is on its second turn and it's heated back up to around about 50 degrees. My Artemisia absinthium plants are coming along nicely. I don't think they're a very demanding plant. Good to put in a place where you have pretty average soil. Oh yes. Ooh, poppy. Bit of the old Warrigal spinach for breakfast. Don't mind if I do. The pea eggplant is full of flowers, getting ready for its big debut in the summer. We put in more spinach than the slugs can eat, which is good news. Some for us, some for them. It's looking real tasty. A bit of the old purple sprouting broccoli. We've got a few side shoots coming off. We've got the kale dwarf blue scotch, kale red boar F1. We have some cucumber market moors. I've been shredding those spiky yucca leaves with the Hunza CE3. And this is the kind of end product that you end up with. It's the one that's got like a lot of spikes on it, but it seems to be once it's shredded a bit, it breaks down and you don't get sort of spiked by your compost. Thank goodness. I just noticed that there's a lot of new growth coming off the trunk of this weeping mulberry. Chances are it's going to be off the rootstock, or it's just going to be in a position where you're just going to end up having to prune large limbs later. So it's easier just to take it off while they're still young. Ooh, yeah.
There we go, that's it there. So it's 150 millimeters long by 100 millimeters wide.
Yeah.
Galvanized.
Okay, cool. So that one, it doesn't rust really, does it, the galv? Well, we finally had some success with the papayas. Got a couple of ripe ones now. Looks like the Slaters have moved into this one. Having a little taste. They're not too bad. They're not as sweet as the ones I remember from Indonesia. I haven't eaten a lot of them from the store in Perth. But definitely worth growing. Had a few people stealing the green ones in the beginning. Had some nice people asking if they could have them as well. Yeah, but this tree is fully loaded. Unfortunately, there are no limes ready at the moment because limes go really well with papaya. These broccolis look quite sick, so I'm just going to cut them down, I reckon. Make some space for something new.
Internet. Radio. Internet. Radio. Internet.
Got ourselves a good looking cauliflower in here. Complete with slug. Oh yes. Oi, Sluggy. That's not yours. Coffee grounds are a nice addition to the compost. You can normally pick some up from your local cafe. The Moore Park apricot's got some apricots on it. First apricots so far. The compost is still cooking, but I'm getting a little bit impatient. I really just want to put a little bit on the front. So I've got a few vegetables from my spring planting that kind of need like a little bit of nutrition. So I've got so much compost, I'm just going to use a little bit and I'll let the rest of it continue to finish. I just noticed that there's some really nice big juicy worms in the corner. So I've taken a little bit from the center, which is quite hot. I'll mix that through with the soil, and then I will grab some of the stuff that's kind of finished and got the worms in it as well. Oh, mosquitoes. Wormies. What I'm doing here is just mixing some of the dodgy sand from the front yard with some of my compost, making a bit of a 50-50 mix, so that way I might be able to use it straight in the pots. So it's got a lot of good organic matter, but I've also got all the minerals in our native soil at the same time. This kale is the Red Boar F1. We put a few out the front and we'll chuck a few in this garden bed as well. I've amended the garden bed with a bit of compost from the new bays. We're also going to put up a trellis between these two beds and grow some of these cucumbers up there.